will try to not be flibbertigibbet today because I usually talk too long, and I will keep this meeting to a shorter speech. Welcome, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and Mr. Toastmaster. Today's speech is a little interesting because we all are here for two reasons. One of them is to learn how to communicate, and the other is to learn how to be more effective as a leader. That's what Toastmasters' motto is, the tagline of Toastmasters, where leaders are made. But how do you motivate the people that you lead? This is an important topic because if you can't motivate, if you can't inspire them to do their best, then you're not really leading, you're just holding a position. Toastmasters gave me this template, but I've modified it a little bit because I felt that it was more appropriate for what I was trying to say. When I introduced the concept of follow the leader, what I was thinking about was we've got a leader. And by the way, a leader can be either a leader of a team, could be a leader of a small group at some organization, a nonprofit, or it could be a leader, the CEO of a company. So it could be business or private or personal related. If you're properly motivating people, then you're playing the game correctly. I'm going to do a little exercise in just a second. The thing about motivating people is you have to understand them. If you can understand what your team, what their needs are, what their aspirations are, what their goals are, then you be able to motivate them properly. Secondly, if you have an opportunity, if you create opportunity and for them, then they'll be able to grow into the role that they hopefully will be able to accomplish the best. And finally, this is important because if somebody has a great deal of skill at something, if you can match them to a particular job in the organization, the team, the group, the company, then they'll do a better job because they'll be more invested. They'll be more interested. Let me give you an example. When I was in high school, I was really good at math. I was great at geometry. I loved it. There was something about figuring out shapes and dimensions that turned me on, was interesting to me, and I got an A+ in the class. I took calculus and I got a C. I just wasn't interested in the topic. If you have an employee who is interested in what it is that if they have a certain skill and they're interested in a particular job, then they'll be more invested in it and they'll do a better job at it. Let's do a little exercise. I'm going to switch off of this here for a second. And we're going to go right here. I wanted to know from you what your motivators are, what you think motivates people. So, anybody can just call out what
money.
Money. Okay, I'm going to put that down. That's fine. Okay. Next. Yes.
Acknowledgement, like having
recognition. Recognition. Sorry, I just. Yes.
It's just a sense of belonging.
Okay. How would you word that?
Acceptance.
Acceptance. Okay. Good.
love.
Love. Yeah.
Love. Okay. Put that down. What else is a motivator?
Praises.
Say,
Getting praise.
Appraisal. Okay. And Jose?
Sense of entitlement.
Entitlement. Okay. These are good. Oops. I can spell. Anybody else? We're
Job satisfaction.
Okay, satisfaction. So these are all very powerful motivators, all of these. Now what Toastmasters International came up with was the following list. Give me a second. There. We have praise, money, public recognition, there is one, and both of these, praise was sort of we talked about, And we also have more responsibility, right? Because some people love to work. And then finally promotion, which is part of entitlement and appraisal. So these are some of the things that they came up with. But I think, and it was said today during a little exercise, that one of the most important motivators in life is love. Because that encompasses everything. If you love what you do, if you love the people that you're working with, then you'll do a better job. You'll be more satisfied. The team will do better, and it will reflect on the management. Moving on, there are a way that everybody rises to their own level of incompetence. You've maybe heard that before. Whatever skill level you have, if you can employ that natural skill, that natural talent that you have in a team, in a group setting, in a company, then you've contributed your best. And that's very important. However, there's very important things that you have to understand also, because you have to use appropriate recognition. One of the things that you need to do, if somebody does something great, recognize them right then. In my other club in Valencia, Toastmasters, when somebody gets an Advanced Communicator Award, boom, recognized right then, and they get 2 advanced manuals. We're starting to do that, I believe, here too. So it's kind of a fun thing, but we want to recognize people right away. If you do that, then they'll have a tendency to repeat the behavior. Another thing that happens is, if somebody is doing something good, they may not reward them for it, but if they do something excellent, that's another thing that you should also recognize. It's not just, oh yeah, they go about their day, they go about doing the job. We put on area speech contests, for example. And if you're on the team to put on this contest, and you just do average, then you're getting the job done and everyone's real happy. That's great. But if you go out there and you're the raffle master and you go out there and collect 40 prizes, and people are just blown away at how these prizes are just the best they've ever seen, then you'll get recognized. And if you get recognized, that means that your leader of the team is doing an excellent job of helping to continue to inspire you. If, however, somebody is doing something that needs addressing, that also needs to be talked about right away. The other people in the group will see what that low performance is that's happening, and you don't want them to aspire to that. You want them to move beyond that. You want to address it, you want to correct the behavior, and you want to eliminate it and move on from there, and so they can continue to excel. And finally, if someone is stuck, if there's some reason, I'll go back to the raffle master. Raffle masters in the area contest, if somebody goes out and gets all the raffle prizes. Somebody says, oh, I've tried everything and nobody's giving me raffle prizes. Well, there may be an obstacle, and it may be the person doesn't have a car, can't get around. You never know what it is. So what you need to look at in any organization, what obstacles might be there, and if you can eliminate them, then you'll allow people to excel. And again, it's another way to motivate people, is to give them the proper tools. Work with them in their environment so that they have the ability to excel. And finally, if you can do this, if you can motivate somebody to excel, then as John Quincy Adams said, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, then you are a great leader. He was our 6th U.S. president. He had a bunch of other quotes. I didn't look them up, but I just wanted to share this one with you because I thought this one was very appropriate to what we're talking about. I talked about at the very beginning how following the leader is important. And if you have a leader that you're interested in following, I urge you to follow that leader. And you can see, if you watch that leader, hopefully that is somebody that you're motivated by. And if they inspire you, then these things can happen. You can learn more, do more, become more, dream more, and you can become a better person as well, Mr. Toastmaster.